Sister Wives. 6 times Robyn Brown was hypocritical and villainized herself. She can dish judgment but can't take it. Sister Wives Season 19 has shown a new side of Robyn Brown's ability to make herself the victim in any situation, and has proven that she can be hypocritical no matter the circumstances surrounding her. Throughout the last season of Sister Wives, Robyn has shown that though she's happily married to Cody Brown without the plural marriage she always dreamed of, she's still able to make any drama possible about her. Sister Wives Season 19 has proven that even once Robyn's managed to get her way, it's not enough for her to finally feel truly at peace in her life. Robyn, who joined Cody's plural family with Cristin Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown in 2010, has been doing everything she can to keep up with the original Brown wives for years. While Cody was married to Mary, Janelle, and Cristin for roughly 30 years before things broke down, his marriage to Robyn is far younger than his other relationships, which has caused some serious friction for the family. Although Robyn did her best to insert herself into the already formed family for years, she's been struggling to justify her decisions now that she's helped push her fellow sister wives away. As Robyn and Cody navigate their lives after plural marriage, the couple has likely been looking back on what went wrong in Cody's previous relationships. While Robyn and her fellow sister wives weren't in relationships with each other romantically, the family structure put them together frequently, and they had no choice but to move through their time together as, if not a unit, at least a united front. Robyn, an outlier in the family, often felt othered or made to be an outsider as she moved through her time building relationships with Cristin, Janelle, and Mary over their years together. While Robyn may have deserved to be brought more thoroughly into the family, her behavior throughout the early years of her relationship with Cody and his other wives was rocky. Cody bringing Robyn into the family made waves and disrupted the long-held status quo, which made it difficult for the Browns to function in a way that made sense. Robyn's behavior, wherein she frequently tried to blame others for her problems and made herself look like the victim, has been criticized through the years by family members and viewers. Robyn's ability to make herself the victim has always been shocking. As Robyn got to know more about the Brown family as a whole and shared more with her sister wives, she made it clear that her relationships with Cristin, Janelle, and Mary were more transactional than she anticipated. Expecting none of the original trio of wives to talk about her relationship with Cody, Robyn went into plural marriage expecting to have a far different experience than she ultimately did. While she didn't want Cristin, Janelle, or Mary to talk about her marriage, their relationships were completely on the table for her to discuss and theorize about. When things shifted in the Brown family around the time of the COVID-19 pandemic beginning, Robyn began to talk more openly with her husband about his other marriages in a negative light. Though Robyn had always been more of a gossip when it came to Cody's relationships with his other wives, she became even more of an instigator in the drama between them during the quarantine. Though Robyn apparently wanted to be part of a plural marriage, she tries to ignore the parts of the dynamic she doesn't want to deal with. Sister Wives has been a lot for the entire Brown family to handle, and the last few seasons of the series have been the most difficult to date. As the show has gone on, Robyn's marriage to Cody has grown stronger, while his other relationships have fallen to the wayside. While Cody and Robyn's marriage has been able to thrive with their solid foundation, Cody stopped putting work into his other relationships somewhere along the line, and it began to show the cracks in their foundations within his marriage, which had been rocky after bringing Robyn into the family, took a nosedive first, while Janelle and Mary were slower to come to the conclusion of leaving Cody and the family behind. While Robyn, who was married to her first husband David Jessup for about 10 years, has felt hurt of her own about the divorces, she's been harder on the original trio of wives than she's ever been on Cody. While she hasn't been tough on herself for her own divorce, Robyn's been difficult surrounding the original trio choosing to separate from the family. Robyn consistently plays the victim card when it comes to her relationships with Cody, the kids, and his ex-wives regardless of what's happening in their lives. While Robyn has had tough moments on Sister Wives like the rest of the family, she's often one of the more vocal about the bad things that have happened to her than others, making things seem far worse than they actually are. Throughout Sister Wives' run, viewers have come to know Robyn as someone who makes themselves the victim in every scenario, ensuring that there are always moments she can gain sympathy from viewers. Throughout Sister Wives' most recent seasons, Robyn's been quick to try and make herself out to be the victim when she's not facing nearly as much difficulty as Cody, Cristin, Janelle, or Mary. With Robyn continuing in her marriage to Cody, she may be feeling the pain on Cody's side as he's been facing rejection. But she's still in a long-term committed relationship with someone who loves and values her. Rather than taking things personally, Robyn should be looking at the separations as a difficult part of Cristin, Janelle, and Mary's lives, not her own. Throughout Cody's time on Sister Wives, and even prior in his years of plural marriage, he's made it clear that his kids aren't all on an equal playing field in his mind. When it comes to Cody's love and attention, he doesn't often make himself available to all of his children, despite the fact that he tries to claim otherwise. Cody's behavior regarding his kids has been a major sore spot for Sister Wives viewers, and Robyn's influence surrounding that has never helped with her perception from those who have consistently watched the show. While Robyn's kids from her first marriage were brought into the Brown family and treated as Cody's biological kids from the jump, it's been clear that there have been times that Robyn felt her kids were being othered by the other kids in the family. In securing a lot of Cody's attention because of these feelings, Robyn's done her best to make sure that Cody gives as much of his attention as possible to her children, even when it's cost him having genuine relationships with his other kids. Robyn wants Cody to favor her children, even to the other's detriment. For years, Sister Wives fans watched the unraveling of a family that once prided itself on unity, faith, and shared values. But as the Brown family's polygamous dream crumbled in front of the cameras, one figure emerged as particularly polarizing: Robyn Brown. Once introduced as the fresh, spiritual fourth wife who completed the family, Robyn's halo dimmed as viewers began to notice a troubling pattern. Robyn could judge others, but when the lens turned on her, she wilted under scrutiny, often playing the victim. Here are 6 standout moments where Robyn Brown's hypocrisy was so glaring it villainized her in the eyes of fans, and maybe even her sister wives. 1. The sacred marriage versus the paperwork push. Robyn often waxed poetic about the spiritual meaning of plural marriage. She praised the celestial bond of being spiritually sealed and claimed she wasn't in it for legal status or worldly benefits. And yet, just a few years into joining the family, she openly lobbied for Cody to legally divorce Mary and marry her for the sake of the kids. While Mary made the sacrifice under the guise of doing what was best for Robyn's children, the optics were hard to ignore. Suddenly, the only legal wife in the family, complete with benefits and authority, was Robyn. For someone who preached spiritual equality, Robyn sure didn't mind being the legal queen bee. 2. The mean girl narrative, only when it's convenient.